tonight on NBC.
Fly open, kill network.
The leader in breaking news. This is 14 News.
My cue, fly their names.
Breaking news in Western Kentucky, 2 separate shootings, at least
Lose their
4
names.
people dead.
We're going to start in
Get
Owensboro.
her
4
name and
people shot there,
Breaking
3
Live.
dead, and 1 is in the hospital, and no one is under arrest. Let's get right to
Zoom.
Beth Sweeney. She's heading up our live team coverage. Beth?
My cue.
That looked good. That looked good.
Awesome. I'm going to step out so you can see this house where this happened earlier today.
Should be a generic font in there. Go ahead and take that.
Still on
Fly
scene,
font.
detectives inside. Also, you can see the mobile command center has been set up here for about a couple of hours. This is so detectives can use their laptops, go inside and process some of this evidence as they continue to find out just exactly what happened here at this home. Now, the call came in just before 11.
I don't know if you want this video or if it's like normal.
Welfare check.
I'll tell you when.
And when they got here, police say they found
Okay, let's go to
4
it now.
people
Roll X
shot,
and just keep the font
2
if you
men
can.
dead on
Lose
scene, and a
live
man
breaking.
and woman taken to Owensboro Health. Now, police do say that man died at the hospital, and a woman is still in critical condition. Police say they have no suspects in
I'm going to
custody
assume
at
you're
this
going
time,
to need
and
the
they
font
say
that
while they have
says
a few
Beth,
theories
and then on the
about
right
what
side
may have
Kate.
happened here,
That's
they
how
are
they've
still
been doing it
processing
earlier,
the
so.
scene
Okay, yeah,
and
I've got 'em
continuing
both in
their
there, so.
investigation.
Yeah.
Now, earlier today, we did talk to officials with
go back to
Owensboro
them.
Public Schools
Alright, live
who
breaking.
tell us 3
She's
children
about to toss
live
to
in this
Kate.
home, that thankfully they were all at school when
I'm
this
sorry,
happened.
Katie.
So no kids were here when all of this happened a little earlier today. Now, Owensboro Public Schools also told us they did have to put 2 schools, Faust and Hager, on lockdown as a precaution, just because they're in close proximity to this home. And I want to tell you, too, an ambulance has just pulled up to the scene as well.
Oh, that's weird.
We do know the coroner's office is still here, too, and we're continuing
Oh
to
shit,
get
that's an
updates.
intense
This
looking
is
shadow.
developing
Ooh.
every
That's
minute
Capusta.
here.
Think
Now,
so.
Katie Capusta has been here since we first broke this story to
Yeah,
you
we got
first
the
online and on the 14
change font.
News app. Katie, you've been talking to neighbors
Nice.
and people in the area. What
Stand
do
by
they
to
have
change
to
it.
say?
Yeah, Beth, well, neighbors are telling me this is typically a pretty quiet neighborhood.
Change
and
it.
There's never been trouble at this home.
I'll tell you
Now,
when to go to
others
the
stopped
VO.
by to see what was going on.
She's just
Officer
reading.
Andrew Boggs
Yeah, let's
tells
go to
me
it, let's
in
go
his
to it.
7
Change it.
years
Or, I
with
mean,
WFIE,
lose live
he
breaking.
doesn't remember ever working a triple homicide. Now, some family members
it was
showed
just
up to the scene
raw
to find out
reaction,
if their
so.
loved one were injured or
Perfect.
killed. As you can imagine, it was
Sot
a
next
difficult
is
thing
next.
to process for them
Perfect
and to
timing.
witness how visibly upset they were. I spoke with one local pastor that came to the scene hoping to comfort others, but his main message is to bring the community together.
Make sure you've got his
and get
name
rid
font
of this
next.
violence.
Roll X.
I
Fly
don't know
clearance.
how we're gonna come together.
Nice.
I don't know how we can work with the law enforcement.
stand by?
to
Font.
help
Sad occasion.
put an end to this situation. But all I know is a very sad occasion.
My cue.
Yeah, Beth, now we know there's a lot of unanswered questions right now that we're trying
name
to
live
uncover, like
breaking,
you've
or
talked
font
about.
live
Hopefully
breaking.
we can get some more answers for tonight and tomorrow.
We certainly hope so. Just so
she's
many
quiet.
people here coming up, shocked to see what
Alright,
happened.
stand
I
by,
also
that
talked to a
2 box is
neighbor.
gonna be
She
next.
actually lives right
Just
next
Randy
door
and
to
Beth
this
now.
home. She's lived here 32 years, and she says she was at work when this happened, so she didn't
They should
hear
have
or
one more
see
font
anything,
that says, like,
obviously, but
interview with
she
police
says
coming
she
up.
knows the people that live here.
Font in.
Of
So
course,
you're gonna
everyone
change
was
font and lose
live
surprised
breaking.
to walk up to
If
the
you have a font
scene
in A9, let's put that
and
one
see detectives
change
here
it.
in OPD, and of course to find out that 3 people are dead and 1 person
Lose
critically
live breaking.
injured in the hospital. Now you'll want to stay with us because
Okay,
coming up
get
in
ready to
just
go
a
to 2
little
box.
bit, we're going to be talking live with Owensboro Police. They're going to give us any new updates that they've received here in the last few minutes. So we'll bring that to you here in just a few minutes. Back
Let's
to
go to
you.
2 box.
Open up
Okay,
Brady's
thanks
bike.
a lot. Let's go now to Ohio
Roll Y.
County. Another
And
shooting there.
VO.
1 person is dead.
Perfect,
The
you guys
shooting
are clear.
happened in the small community
And
of Rosine,
why the man
southeast
found
of
dead
Beaver
in
Dam.
car.
A homicide
Fine.
investigation is underway at a
Skip
home on
pages.
Bluff
And we'll
Street.
just
Sheriff's investigators tell
rather
us
than
that
when
they
it
called
comes back
there
after that
last
graphic
night
where
to
it
find a
said
Dorset County
live
man
page, we'll go
dead
back to
inside his
Randy.
vehicle with 2 suspected
You'll say
gunshot
what?
wounds. The
Just Randy
victim
on
is
2?
59-year-old
Okay.
And then we'll go to
Hayes
that
of
2 shot.
Keeneyville. Deputies say he was taken to a nearby medical examiner's office. An autopsy is scheduled for Hayes tomorrow. Same
Nice.
night, deputies arrested
Alright,
30-year-old
Randy on 2 is
Alan
next.
Lacefield of
Too
Keeneyville
late now.
on unrelated charges. They're calling him a possible suspect. Sheriff's deputies say they do believe there are more suspects. They're in
Alright,
the process of
stand
getting
by,
more
2
people
shot on
who
3.
live at the home, and they tell us more charges
You
are
got-
pending. Of course, we'll keep you
Wave him to
updated.
3.
Now,
And
a
there's
quick
like
Fly
3.
font.
recap of these developing stories.
2 shootings in Western Kentucky,
Change
and as
it.
you just heard, 1 dead in Ohio County, and a possible suspect arrested on unrelated
Change it.
charges. In Owensboro,
Nice.
4 people shot, 3 dead, 1 in critical condition. Police say
Change
no
it.
arrests.
Yeah, these are rapidly developing
Next will be
stories.
open, the
We're gonna
Jeff on
talk
one,
live with
and his
police in
mic.
Owensboro, and we'll bring you any new
Fly
information
open.
just as soon
Open
as
up
we
his
can.
mic.
Nice job, guys. You killed that. You fucking killed that.
Fly his name.
On schedule. Now we have cloudy skies and temperatures in the 40s
Lose his
and
name.
30s through the night. We basically are taking tomorrow as kind of an intermission between big weather events. 45 degrees, our current temp out there
Is
now.
this just a
was
regular
our
2
high
box
today,
to
43 the current.
Arya?
And through
Yes.
the night tonight, we will drop back into the mid-30s. Some areas will see some
Yeah,
black
it
ice,
stays.
especially the northern part of the tri-state.
that should be a
where we're
different monitor
expecting
graphic
32 or 31. Our
Next will be
winter
open,
storm is
Sun
coming
Z.
into better focus now for the weekend, and it does include portions of the tri-state.
Fly open. Roll Z.
So most of us, this is our career.
Stand by the
we
mics.
don't want
Got
to
a
just
font.
up
Fly
and
font.
walk away from our
Just keep
career.
it on the
Mike
shot,
Q.
yeah.
2 at 6, it's the longest shutdown in U.S. history. Tonight, many
Package
in the
in
tri-state
X is
feeling
next.
the effects.
And that includes TSA workers at the Evansville airport who are working without pay. Evan Gorman talked with one agent to get his thoughts.
Roll X.
Boom. Nice work.
It's scary.
Change font.
It's a lot more psychological.
You guys are all
first.
killing it. Really good job.
Now, once
really
we start
good job.
going into it more,
No.
You
You
start
can get the
realizing,
monitor
well,
out of there.
if this continues
823
on
is gonna be
another
dead.
paycheck, am I gonna be able to make a
823.
bill?
Josh McConnell is
823
one
is
of
dead.
hundreds of thousands wondering when they're going to be paid. He works as a
As is
TSA agent
821
at
and
Evansville
822.
Regional Airport.
You have a very important
21,
job, first
22,
of all.
23, all dead.
And to know you're going in,
Oh,
and you're
look at
not
them using
gonna
the
get
midday
paid
set.
for that day, for that work that you put in.
Stand by your font.
How's that make you feel?
Change font.
It's rough. It's very frustrating.
Aria is the next
Change
story.
font.
I mean,
So stand
we
here
know
by.
that eventually we are going to get paid.
A veteran, McConnell has worked in the role for more than a decade.
You know,
Jackie
I'm
on
helping
one,
protect
and her
my
mic is
country.
next, and
He's
then
been
2
through this
box to
before.
Arya.
This is McConnell's 5th shutdown, the first of them in 1995 when he served in the Navy.
You know, I'm not blaming any one party for this. I'm just saying, you guys get together, get
It's
it
a
taken care
standard
of so
out.
we can start getting our paychecks back.
He says while budgeting, the bright spot
About
has been
40
companies and
seconds.
people who have bought their meals.
How'd that make you feel?
Oh, it makes us all feel really good. They're not the only ones so far. We've had several others. We've had individuals that we deal with that just fly on a regular basis.
30.
The lady the other day ordered us all, she ordered 10 pizzas and had them delivered to us.
McConnell says this shutdown has not affected local wait times or
I
his
think we're using
commitment to
frame
the
sync
job.
1
Does
Joey.
this change your viewpoint?
Yes.
Are you looking for a different career?
No, I love TSA. I love what I do.
10
I wouldn't
away.
have done it for this long because
All right,
we
stand
could have
Aria by.
transferred out to anything else.
McConnell has missed one paycheck so far. The second is due soon. In Evansville, Evan Gorman,
Good job.
14 News.
Mike Q.
Another impact here in the tri-state
Two
immigration
bucks to
court
Aria's
hearings.
next.
More than 40,000 hearings around the nation have been canceled, according to a Syracuse University report. Thousands more could be canceled each day if
Fly
this
font.
continues. Aria Janelle is live in the newsroom, and she talked with an Evansville attorney who says this could become a major problem.
Mike Q.
Aria?
The courts are only
File your name.
seeing cases right now for immigrants that have been detained. Attorney
Sutton
Roy
Wise
Earhart
next, change
told me
font.
one of his clients actually went for a hearing in Indianapolis Monday. When they got there, they were told
Actually
their hearing
heard.
was canceled. The worst part about all of this is it could be years before these cases are actually
Roll
heard.
Y.
6 months from now.
Live picks less than a minute
from
away.
now, but usually 2 to 3 years, if not more, especially with
Month as well.
I'm sure the constant or the deluge of canceled hearings this month as well.
Mike Q.
Gerhardt's biggest concern is the
Stand by
longer these
open
cases
to live
drag
pick.
on, the longer people's lives
Go ahead and
are in
get
limbo.
font live breaking. Fly open. Mike Q.
Back to
Yeah,
that breaking
Jackie,
news we're
yeah.
following. 4 people shot and 3 dead. No arrests after a shooting in Owensboro. We have a live update.
Break is
Our
next.
Beth Sweeney is about to speak with police to get the very latest on this investigation and this developing story.
Break.
Stand by. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fly open. Mike Q.
Welcome back here
Fly
at
font.
6. I'm Beth Sweeney here on scene
Next
of
will
this
be 2
shooting,
shot on
where
3.
we do know that 3 people are dead and 1 person is in the hospital critically
When they
injured. This
moved
happened
to-
just before 11
Oh, I guess
o'clock
there could be
here
video.
on
I guess
Audubon Avenue in Owensboro. And I want to bring in Owensboro police officer Andrew
Don't fly his
Boggess,
font till
who
they,
is
Goes down
constantly
on
updating us with any new
Where is he?
details. Can you
There
tell
he
us
is.
what we know so far about what happened here?
Well, again, at just before 11 o'clock, we got a welfare check
Yeah,
at
let's
his
use it
house, where we come and
and
check
then
on
go back
one
to
of the
that
residents.
generic.
When officers arrived, they found multiple people with gunshot wounds.
Queue up that generic.
2 of them were already deceased.
Go ahead, fly it.
2 of them were transported to the hospital, and 1 of them ultimately passed away at the hospital. So we have a
Do you
total
want
of
this
3
video
that
at any
passed
point
away.
in time?
Well,
We've
I'll let
been
you know if we
reporting
need it.
no suspects in custody at this time, no persons of interest that have been brought in to be questioned.
Alrighty.
Should neighbors be on alert here, or do police believe this is an isolated incident?
Well, you know, until we develop
30
a firm
seconds?
suspect, it's hard to say
No,
for
stay
sure.
on it.
However, just the nature of it, I would
I don't
suspect
think we're
that it
gonna go
probably
to
is
it.
isolated.
Skip out of it.
You know, like I
Not
said,
yet.
hopefully
Leave it
as
just in
the,
case.
Copy.
the search of the residents and
Hey,
the
B7's
investigation
gonna be
continues,
dead?
we can firm that up
Bravo
and get some more
7's dead.
information out shortly.
Owensboro police detectives, they've been on scene for hours and will continue to process
Alright,
this scene
yeah, you can
throughout
skip
the
out of it.
evening. How are your guys doing, and is there any kind of help for them too? Because I'm sure this is very hard to see. We don't see something like this happen every
Thought she
day in
was rapping.
Owensboro.
Yeah, I did too.
Well, you know, that's more of a long-term concern. As far as right now, you know, it's all hands on deck. We've got
Wrap
all of
after
our
this
detectives
question.
are out working right now. You know, we called additional officers in to help us properly do this investigation. Obviously, all of our crime scene investigators are out here working late.
Stand by,
so, you know,
Rainy Jackie's
we're
mic.
putting as
Camera
much
3.
into this as we can to try to get it resolved as quickly as possible.
Well, we certainly appreciate you taking a few minutes to join us here and keeping us updated on this scene.
8,
Thank
9,
you so
10 are going to be
much.
dead. 8, 9, 10.
And we do want to remind you
Bravo
that
8,
Audubon
9, and
Avenue
10 are
here at
dead.
11th is shut down along with other portions of Audubon. So keep that in mind if you do live in this area or you have to be near this crime scene this evening. You're going to want to stay back as much as you can. Again, the coroner's office is here as well, and we are going to stay here. We're going to keep you updated. Paige Hagan will be coming in the next few minutes. She'll have an update for you coming up tonight at 10.
My cue.
Indiana teachers
Awesome.
could see
Thanks,
their
guys.
salaries
Just
Runway
keep
is
a watch.
next.
thousands of dollars.
That's if a bill passes through the State House
Stand
this
by,
session.
Kate's
Kate
mic.
O'Rourke has been digging into the details of
Open
this
up
bill
Kate's
today.
mic.
She's here to explain how this could affect local teachers. Kate?
Well, Evansville State Representative
Fly your
Ryan
name.
Hatfield is sponsoring this bill, House Bill
Package and X is
1611.
next.
It would raise the minimum
Loser name.
salary for a full-time teacher to $50,000. EVSC and the Evansville Teachers Association says it's a step in the right direction, and they hope it creates more conversation about the support teachers need.
Roll X. Fly
It's
fine.
great that the conversation about teacher pay in our
Do you want-
nation and specifically in the
No.
state, I think has changed over the years.
don't have
It's
these
an
folders.
acknowledgement of the important work that teachers
Alright, you do
do each
it.
and every day.
This runs a minute 20.
So be 7, 8, 9, 10, all dead. Jackie's going to read the bump now. Be 11, Jackie is going to read.
$50,000 could certainly help with that. To put it into
That is a
perspective,
lot of
the
average
average
This show
starting
is
salary for an
cadaverific.
Indiana teacher is $35,000.
We have teachers, they come out of college and they have student loan debt and they're struggling to make a living wage and pay their bills.
Evansville Teachers Association President Michael Russ says oftentimes young teachers are ready to start families, but face difficult financial decisions that sometimes lead them to a different career. Current teacher salaries are affected in part by decade-old changes in education funding.
If you would carry the funding from 2009 forward, just keeping pace with inflation, we're down $88 million, more than $10 million this year. $10 million for our budget would equate
Do you know
itself
the
to
out-cue
about
for
a
this?
$5,000
10 away.
raise for every teacher.
It is.
Which would be a great start.
To
Michael
struggle
Russ
and be in
says
trouble,
this
it's
is an
129.
excellent starting point, but he would like to see incremental pay raises across the board for all teachers.
Teaching and public education is a pillar of our democracy.
Pi Day the
If
only
that
footage
goes
we
Hold up,
away,
have?
hold up.
our country's going to struggle and be in trouble.
My cue.
Hatfield will
Fly
be
your name.
asking that it go to a hearing within the next 30 days.
Randy
and
OTS
at
is
that time,
next.
we should know more about its potential
alright.
to move forward.
My cue.
Thank you. Teacher pay was a major topic during Governor Eric Holcomb's State of the State speech this week. Holcomb says his budget would increase school funding by 2%. It also calls for the state to use surplus money to pay pension liability, freeing up some funds for local districts to increase teacher pay.
Font my bug.
A rainy day in the tri-state and the wet weather isn't over yet. Jeff is looking ahead to a blast of winter weather headed our way.
Break.
Closed captioning
4,
is
Powered up
sponsored by
3,
Monster.
2,
Service today, or
1.
you don't pay.
Fly open.
On air and streaming with our news app. Streaming news is sponsored by Kenny Kent Toyota, the Tri-States Toyota dealer. You're watching the Tri-States News and Weather Leader. This is 14 News at 6.
My cue. Fly his name.
All right, we are done with rain for
Who's
now.
his
We're
name?
waiting for that next shoe to drop, which will be in the form of rain, snow, wind, sharply colder temperatures for the weekend. 43 is not too bad. In fact,
Walls
that's
up.
the normal high for this time of the year.
Be open,
And
rainy
in the
on 2
morning,
next.
Pretty much the same. It'll be slightly colder there just to start, but we'll rapidly get into the at least 40 to 45 degree range during the day Friday. The next system moving in promises to bring wintry weather across a big swath of the upper Midwest, the Ohio Valley, right up here through the Great Lakes, and ultimately will land in New England here as a nor'easter. So that's going to have an impact on air travel and, of course,
Good
driving
thing I'll be in
if you're
Nashville.
going any place north or east over the weekend. The storm itself still queuing up out
I think we
here
should all take
in
the day off tomorrow
west.
after
You can
this.
see that plume of clouds
I
and
already have
moisture
tomorrow
moving into Southern
Well,
California,
I'm okay with that.
where they've had torrential rainfall. The storms then will get better organized as they come across the Rockies, and the low then,
Show 'em 2
apparent
minutes, 2
low
minutes.
that's responsible for all this action will settle down over Arkansas by early Saturday, and then that's when our fun begins. As that low tracks across Arkansas and into Tennessee, we will start to pick up very strong winds out of the south, and possibly hear some thunder too as the morning wears on here Saturday.
Cue
We'll
up
have periods
Thunderstruck,
of heavy
please.
rainfall, strong winds out of the south, 20 to 25 miles per hour.
Just kidding.
And then in the afternoon, right around
I don't know,
2
I
to
think
6
AC/DC
p.m.,
would
we'll
lighten
make
this
that
up.
transition
I agree.
from rain over to snow. The models have consistently shown this scenario with rain first, then snow. The big question, of course, is how much of that moisture will come out as snow, and those numbers will be ticklish here until we get into the actual event and can see where the low ultimately tracks. But for now, based on the track that we have today,
Again, it'll
and
be
comparing it
open,
to what
radio
we've
2
seen
in
up
his
to this
mic
point,
next.
we still have a very consistent depiction of how the storm will play out. We already have winter weather advisories, winter storm watches, and even winter storm
1 minute.
warning now in places like central Iowa, northern Illinois, and Indiana. On an hour-by-hour basis, our first rain will move in early Saturday morning. That pink is the transition line, which then crosses the area late in the afternoon, and we'll have a few hours there of snow. And it may pile up pretty quickly in our far northern counties, not so much the closer you get to the Ohio River, and amounts may be minimal over western Kentucky based on the current path of the storm. Now, I just always pick a point right in the middle
30?
of the tri-state, which is Evansville, and for our area here, the snow totals from the models range anywhere from less than an inch to around 2 inches. So basically we're looking, at least based on today's models, of around an inch or two, maybe more than that to the north. And of course those numbers are subject to change. Anything that we get though is going to freeze late Saturday night.
Show 'em
And
wrap.
roads will stay slick on Sunday that are untreated.
What's up, B-Swizzle?
30 overnight, 42 tomorrow. Alert days
Thank you.
Saturday and Sunday for that winter storm. Second in 2 weeks.
Wide
It'll
open,
be
Mike
tomorrow.
This spring, you won't be able to camp at John James Audubon Park in Henderson.
Theo
There's a
next is
chance
next.
the campground will be open at all
Rolex.
this year. Work to reveal the dam
Five
and the
font.
park's main scenic
Two
landscape
shot on
last
three is
spring.
next. You can
Park
wave 'em the
manager
three.
Mark Kellen tells us that reopening all depends on if they stay on schedule and if the
We
weather
lose that font.
cooperates.
Jackie's
April
I
1st
spelled
is the
Audubon
official
wrong.
opening of the
Might
campground
have been spelled right,
in
but I don't know.
Kentucky's state parks
Oh, it's spelled right.
system.
Oh well.
The Edinburgh County
Theo
Sheriff's
and Y
Office
is
donated
next.
roughly $20,000 to charities that support
Roll
children
Y.
in need.
The sheriff's office says that money was
Fly
split
font.
evenly between the Hottie Shrine, Santa Claus Club,
Howdy, howdy,
the
howdy.
House Children's Hospital, and St. Vincent de
Sutton
Paul.
Z is next.
Sheriff Dave
The live
Whiting
pick
says
is obviously
deputies
the
took
one in
extra
the
time
Frank
to
Sink one,
fundraise
FS1.
in November
Yeah.
and December. Hottie Shrine officials say the commitment to giving back is
It might
much
move on us
appreciated.
because
Roll the what?
they're taking
Roll
bodies,
Z,
but if it
change
does, that's
font.
I
fine.
know what the sheriff department and all the law enforcements do, and to be able to take the time to raise money, it's just amazing that
font.
they can do that.
Mike Q.
And Sheriff Whiting says his office will stay committed to supporting charities like this in the coming years.
Live picks
Well,
up.
breaking news in Owensboro, you are looking at the scene where police say 4 people were shot
have a
today.
font?
As of now,
No,
there
just
have
that.
not
Okay.
been any arrests. We do know 3 people are dead and another person is in the hospital. Stay with us for updates on this story. Let you know as soon as we learn any new information.
Break.
When it comes to winter weather in the
10.
Not just right in trouble.
Exceptional offers on the most popular new and L-certified
Stand by
Five,
open.
during the winter
4,
collection sales event.
3,
Visit Kennecott
2,
Lexus and experience
1.
amazing.
Fly open. Mike Q. Fly your name.
Less than 1 day away
Theo,
from
next
tip-off
is
of
next.
the inaugural
Loser
Kentucky
name.
2A high school basketball championships, and both the Webster County
Oh, we
boys
already-
and
I feel like
girls
basketball
teams
season just
are
started.
prepping for a possible
Rolex.
big 3 days. Both Trojan teams
Fly
have
font.
set up shop in Owensboro for the weekend with a
button.
tough slate of bluegrass competition ahead. 12-7 boys team has a tough opener tomorrow
Sutton Y
at
is next.
6:30, facing off against 2-loss Knox Central, while the Lady Trojans are the favorite to hoist the trophy on their side of the bracket. A 2-loss, 6th-ranked Webster County will match up against Bell County at 8 o'clock. New competition and a chance to go the distance. Both head coaches know exactly what it will take to come out as champions.
Roll Y, change font.
I think when you get in terms like this, and
Okay, it's going to be a
environments like this, you gotta be consistent.
15-second final
It
weather.
can't be just
15
one
seconds
quarter
for
of
weather,
the game. You gotta
Lose
play
fine.
and then
2
after
minutes.
weather will
So
hit
it's going to take
that
consistency, and it's going to
open
take
to VO.
everybody together.
You got to defend, you got to rebound, you got to take care of the basketball, maybe try to take away 1 or 2 things that the other team does well. And,
Play fine.
you know, three
What'd you
games
say
in
it
3
was gonna
days
be
you can
open
win,
to
so you
VO?
got to have some endurance
Yeah,
and
that
conditioning.
D5.
Hopefully ours will
Rather
pay
than
off
open live
and,
pick, they'll be
you know,
open
we'll have a
VO
shot in the
after
end.
weather.
My cue. Full
Well,
screen's
once
up.
again, the boys team will match up against 2-loss
Open,
Knox Central
VO next
tomorrow
is
night
next.
at 6:30, and the Lady Trojans will
Skip
play
out of
immediately
X.
after facing off against Bell County. The two teams
Stand by their
looking
mics.
to advance to the semifinal round
Straight
on
to this,
Saturday.
correct?
All of the games of
No,
the
no,
tournament
four
will
shot first,
play
weather
at the
first,
first,
Owens
weather
Park
first,
Sports
weather
Center.
first, yep.
Yeah.
Once again, alert days on the weekend.
Yes, the winter storm coming into better
they'll hit it
focus
after.
now. It looks like accumulating snow a good bit north of the Ohio River, and some heavy rain, thunder possible early Saturday morning, and then really lousy driving conditions there on Sunday as temperatures stay below freezing through the day.
Fly open.
Yeah, thanks.
One last look now at
Roll
breaking
X.
news in Owensboro. 3 people are dead after a shooting. Police say 4 people were
Should
shot
be a
at
font.
a
There should
home
be,
on
yeah.
Arden Avenue. 1 person is in the hospital, and right now there are no arrests.
We've been following the story all day.
Squeeze
We'll be
back the
covering it
VO.
live for you through the night. We'll send you breaking alerts
Got
on the
copyright
14
next,
News app
right?
and have the very latest for you at 9 and a 14 first look, then on 14 News at 10.
Roll Z.
Thanks for watching.
Change font.
Stay prepared when breaking news or severe weather happens by downloading
We are
the
going to
14
use
News apps.
Skycam 1.
This message is sponsored by Ashley Home Store
And away?
in Evansville and Owensboro.
Or do you just wanna
America's
stay on
#1
this?
No,
home
use
furniture.
Skycam.
This is home.
5,
Lightbug.
4, 3, 2, 1, done.
Break.
Seriously, that was fucking awesome, guys. That looked so good. You guys all killed it.